Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we will be doing the Tadpole questline. The reason for doing the Tadpole questline, of course, is to get the Tadpole backpack. That is what it looks like right there. It has twice the capacity of the small backpack. So the questline is actually called the Order of the Tadpole. And to start it off, you want to come right here to the Pioneer Scout Camp. And you talk to Scout Leader Jaggy, and that will kick off the quest line. He'll give you this cool outfit. In order to complete the Order of the Tadpole quest line, you have to demonstrate Pioneer Scout values. What does that mean exactly? Well, number one, you have to revive an ally, which is basically when another player is downed, you have to give them a stim pack and revive them. You have to do a daily quest, clean up kitty corner cabins, and that is called Operation Tidy, actually. Then you have to control pests at Dolly Sods, and that is a daily quest called Stings and Things. And then you have to earn 3 Tadpole Scout badges. Now, the badges are actually listed under challenges. And if you go to World Challenges and scroll down a bit, you'll see there's Tadpole quests. And there are several to choose from, and you only have to complete 3 of these. Now, the ones we're going to be doing, which I think are the easiest ones, are Athlete. And you can tag it so it actually will give you a little notification when you progress that badge, Mammalogist, and Swimmer. Those are the 3 that we're going to complete. Now, part of every one of those, like if you look at the right, if you click on it, you'll actually see all the steps involved. You can see we have to take a bunch of pictures basically for the Mammalogist, but all of them start with the same thing. You have to take a knowledge exam at an exam terminal. So right here where the scout leader is, if you go in this building, go on this terminal, this is where you can take the Tadpole exams. Now, I'm not going to go over all the answers because you'll have to do 5 questions, and there are many more. There are a lot more than 5 questions available to you. They won't always be the same thing. That's something you could just Google and find those answers online very easily. I recommend doing these tests right away as soon as you start the quest, so you don't have to come back here in order to complete the badges. All right, so I have finished the written test, or the computer test, for the Tadpole badges rather, and now it's time to go on to the next step. So the first thing we're going to work on is the Mammalogist Badge, and as you can see, it requires quite a few pictures of different animals, along with milking a Brahmin successfully, 10 different Brahmin, or the same one 10 times, however you want to do it. The problem is this character does not have a camera. So in order to get a camera, under miscellaneous structures in your build menu of your camp, there is a personal terminal. If you build one of those and go into the menu of the terminal, under automated alerts, there is suspicious person is what you want. And if you download the coordinates of the suspicious person, it will take you to a body of someone who has a camera, and that is actually a different quest, but you don't have to do that other quest. You just have to find the body and loot it, and then you can craft your own camera. And that is going to be under miscellaneous quests under side, and it's investigate suspicious person. And it will tell you exactly where you need to go to do that. In this case, it is Landview Lighthouse. It can actually be many different locations on the map. So this is, we're lucky this is actually an easy, close location. Now, if you come all the way to the top of the lighthouse, and right here, you'll see the suspicious person, and you want the camera, and pick up the holotape and the bucket list, which is just a list of pictures that they want to take. And so once you've picked up the camera from that body, you can come back to a Tinker's Workbench and you craft the camera, and it will actually add enough film to your inventory that you can take all the pictures for the Mammalogist Badge. Now, the first animal you want to take a picture of is a Brahmin. Well, it doesn't have to be the first, but since my camp is right there, this is where we're going to start. And we're right at the wayward. And there are 3 Brahmin here. Unfortunately, one of them was killed by a mole rat, so there's only 2 that are alive. But the pictures can be of an alive creature or a dead creature. The reason this is unfortunate is we can actually start working on our milking 10 Brahmin here. So that's 1 Brahmin milked, and we only have the chance to get 2 of them since the 3rd one is dead. Now, the next animal on our list is a cat, and we are right here at Wixon Homestead, which is just below Vault 76, and it's in that main house on the 2nd floor. And you can see right here we have Cheswick. I think that's his name, Cheswick II. You'll actually see it when you go into focus. Yeah, Cheswick II. Sometimes he spawns alive, sometimes he spawns dead, but either way, he's a cat, and there is our second animal. All right, the next one we're going to tackle is the rad stag, and we are just down the street. The wayward is in that direction. Flatwoods is over there, and there's always a dead rad stag and 3 dogs usually. But the rad stag is dead, but doesn't matter. I mean, it probably matters to the rad stag, but for our purposes, it doesn't matter. All right, the next animal we have to take a picture of is an opossum, and that is right here at Greene County Lodge. And there's always one hanging about right here, either alive or unless he was killed by another player. Take it out, and there is our next animal down. Okay, while we're in Flatwoods, there are Brahmin. There are quite a few scattered all over the place around here, so we want to take the opportunity to try and milk as many of them as possible. Now, one thing on that is the milking a Brahmin will not always be successful, so it'll probably take you more than 10 Brahmin just to get the to get enough for the badge. And they'll just wander all over the place. See, we got a couple right here. Oh, so far so good. That one worked. That one worked. All right. So now we're 4 out of 10. Oh, see, there's a couple more over here, kind of towards the edge near the Red Rocket Station. That one worked. So far, we're all right. And that one worked. No, that one did not work. Okay, so now we're halfway there. Okay, one more Brahmin. Oh, 2 more. Okay, there's quite a few. So that's 6 Brahmin in the town. All right, we are well on our way. I think that is all the Brahmin in this town. Let's move on to the next animal. Okay, so for the next animals, we have rabbit and squirrel, and we're going to get both of those in the same location. So here we are. This is the White Spring Resort, and if you fast travel to the White Spring service entrance, and you'll be facing this door, if you just go left and up the hill, up here you'll find usually a rabbit or 2 and a squirrel or 2. They can be hard to spot, so you may need to do a little vatsing. Just make sure you don't pull the trigger. Okay, there's our squirrel. Let's get him while he's, there we go, squirrel. And the rabbit is, there's always a rabbit here somewhere. Sometimes they can be a little hard to find. Oh, there's the rabbit. There we go. And you'll notice when you're taking the picture, in the upper right-hand corner, it will actually show you the name of whatever it is you're taking. And if you don't see that, then it's not going to count. But there's 2 more animals off our list. All right, so the next animal on our list is a fox, and we are at Big Fred's, I don't have it on the map yet. There we go, Big Fred's Barbecue Shack, which is right here on the map, a little northeast of White Spring. And there are just foxes walking all over the parking lot. There we go, that is the next animal done. All right, the next animal on our list is a wolf, and we are at the Investigator's Cabin, which is right here on the map. And there will be several wolves. The amount can vary. I recommend killing them before taking their pictures because they will not pose. And there is a wolf taken care of. And the last animal that we have to take a picture of for the Mammalogist Badge is a yaoguai. And we are here at Dolly Sods, which is right here on the map over in the mire. The yaoguai is usually alive. I recommend dispatching him before you take his picture. That will make life a little easier. So now we've done everything except for the milking Brahmin. We still have 4 of those to go. But while we're here at Dolly Sods, one of the things that you have to do, the bravery control pests at Dolly Sods. So that quest is part of the whole quest line. You go in here and you talk to this scout leader. All right, so the daily quest that he gives you is called Stings and Things. And you can see right there, we have to get a bunch of insect parts. And we will do that later. Right now, we still need to milk 4 Brahmin to finish off the Mammalogist Badge. So I'm going to show you some more locations where you can find some Brahmin to attempt to milk. Now for 3 more Brahmin, we start at Pleasant Valley Station, which is right here next to Top of the World. And we just head down the road. Okay, so we went down the road, and then just off the road a little bit on the right, you will find this little body of water with 3 Brahmin in it. You can see where we are from Pleasant Valley Station. So we have 3 more Brahmin we can attempt to milk. We only got 2 out of 3, so I'm going to show you another location. All right, we are at Big Bend Tunnel East, which is right here on the map, just on the edge of the Cranberry Bog. And there are always 3 Brahmin here. Hopefully I can get 2 out of 3. There we go. I got what I needed, and there is our first badge. Mammalogist is done. All right, so the next up is the athlete badge. So to do that, we need we took the knowledge exam already, so we need a strength stat greater than or equal to 5, agility greater than or equal to 5, and then we have 3 obstacle courses that we have to do. All right, so as you can see, my strength is only 4, and my agility is only 3, but those numbers can include buffs. So we can use legendary effects or chems or food or drink to get your stats high enough to count for the challenge. So I'm going to use some Calmex, and that'll add 3 to my agility. There's that. And then I will use some buff out, and that will get my strength up high enough. So there's 2 of the things done, and all I have left are the 3 obstacle courses. All right, so the first obstacle course that we're going to do, and these can be done in any order, we are starting at Camp Venture just because it was closest to our previous location. Camp Venture is right here on the map. This is where we were before, so it's just above the cranberry bog. I don't know if it's considered the mire or the bog. It's kind of, in the middle. So when you fast travel, you'll be looking at this entrance, and what you actually want is on the other side. So we are directly on the opposite side of where we started, across this bridge. Now, I just went around the outside because inside there's ghouls and stuff. I didn't feel like fighting them. So here we have the Pioneer Scouts Athletics course, and if you push this button, that will start the course, and let's just see how it goes. And you'll usually have to go into the Pip-Boy to actually activate it, so it'll show up on your screen. And don't start this early before the things pop up, otherwise it won't count. All right, so you'll see at the top of the screen the little markers that tell you where to go, and this one is actually pretty straightforward. There's not a whole lot to it. There's no enemies that you have to fight, although somebody somewhere is shooting. And you don't need to run. Like if you're worried about making it in time, don't. You'll have plenty of time to finish this, so you can walk it to make sure if you have trouble with that. And don't forget this latter part. Sometimes I do that. Yeah, somebody's shooting something. It's probably Scorched and ghouls. Or Scorched shooting ghouls. But yeah, here we are. This is the end of the test. Right here, we're done.
Wow, you did it. Great job.
We are ready to move on to the next obstacle course. All right, and so here we are at Sunnytop Ski Lanes. I haven't actually discovered this location yet, but that is the location of it. I don't know if I want to get close enough to discover it because I don't want to fight a bunch of super mutants, because that's what this place is full of. And my agility isn't so high on this character, so I can't really sneak that well. So we are just going to go around, giving this thing a wide berth, because the obstacle course is in the back. All right, we've gone around the outside, and here is the start of the course. We are in caution. Once we get on the course, it should be okay, though. And it's the same as the last one. You push the button to start the test. Now, this test will be full of traps, so that is something to be aware of. And where's our marker? There we go. There's our marker. So yeah, this will have traps, explosions, bear traps. You can see that. So it's one of those things just to be aware of. You may have to heal up. Especially on this character, I don't have very much action points, so I can't really run at a sustained pace. But we got a punji board right here, so we probably want to jump over that. A little pressure meter, avoid that. Bear traps. But again, this is not something where you have to worry desperately about the time. I'm walking most of it, and there'll be plenty of time to do this, so that is not something you have to stress about. A little bit of fire, toast our toes, and there we go, flying ghoul. And we've got a finish line down here, and there'll be super mutants in this place as well, so you don't want to keep running. But yeah, we're done. There's a monkey to clap for you, tell you did a good job.
Time for the final race.
So there's only one left. Now for the last athletics course, we are at New River Gorge East, which is right here, very close to Flatwoods. Now this course basically will push the button and we'll have to make it across the bridge. And there are ghouls and blood bugs, if I recall. kind of dotted along. So you can either scout ahead and kill everything and then come back and run the course, or you can throw caution to the wind and just run the course and deal with the obstacles as they come. And that is what I'm going to do. I have killed like 3 ghouls, the ones that were just right here, but there will be many more along the way. Now this course is longer than the other 2, so completing it may, depending on if you run into trouble, and you definitely don't want to fall off the bridge. That will basically ruin your chance to finish it in time. But you can take it over as many times as you want. And I am waiting for, there we go, my first mark. Yeah, this is going to be the downside. I don't have high agility, and I don't have very many action points. So, I won't be able to run much, and I'll be out of AP, and if there's an enemy, using VATS will be a problem. But I think I'll have enough time to finish it. We will see. And in a lot of cases, you can just run by them, and they'll just ignore you. Ooh, yeah, you could get hit and actually fall off the bridge. That would be bad. Leveling up helps. There we go, and now we're back up here. Yeah, you may have a parade following you along the way. But I'm assuming we'll have enough time. You definitely don't want to fall. Alright, and there is a blood bug. Yeah, doing this on a lower level character is a little tougher. Doing on a high level character is very easy, because the enemies are low level and easy no matter what you do. But we still have a minute and a half, so we're doing all right. See if I can just stay over here. Don't fall off. And then it'll be a straight shot to the exit. Definitely don't want to run off here. Right at the end. But yeah, we still have a minute to go, so even if we get swarmed by ghouls at the end, it won't matter, because we are done. And there is our second badge. Alright, after dealing with the ghouls and getting a little radiation, oh, there's another one. Alright, now after dealing with all the ghouls, we only have 1 badge left to do and a couple of side quests. So the last badge we have is Swimmer. Now, one of the things that we have to do is revive another player while in water. You also have to revive an ally as part of the thing. Now, these are 2 separate things, but as far as I know, you can do them at the same time. So we've recruited an ally, and we are going to try and revive that ally in water, and hopefully we'll have 2 birds with 1 stone. So here we have a body of water, and we have my alter ego over there. Now, the plan is to use a grenade and see if we can get ourselves in a down state. Alright, after many attempts, I have a teammate that needs reviving. So I want to make sure I'm standing in water, if I can, when I revive them. Did that work? Alright, so that did not count for the revive another player while in water. I wasn't standing in water. So let's try that again, a little closer to shore. Alright, there we go. There's our friend. We are here to save the day, and there we go. Revive a player. Okay, good. That is the first step in our swimmer badge. Alright, the next part of the swimmer badge is the swimming test. We are at Spruce Knob Lake, which is right below Foundation. And this is where you start the test, but before you do that, you have to put on a swimsuit, which will be right here, just outside this building. Now, as you can see, we look very fashionable, but yeah, you can't start the test until you put on a swimsuit. Now, this place is full of all kinds of Mirelurks. We have regular ones. There's a Mirelurk King over there. There's a queen in the middle. I don't know if she's dead or not. We tried killing her, but we tried with grenades and never got her to pop up. So that may happen during the test. But we just push the button right here and start the test.
Okay, twerp.
All right, there we go. Now we can make it active, and it'll give us markers to basically just swim to any order we want. Usually the Mirelurk Queen will pop up right about here. There we go. Tried luring out in advance so that wouldn't happen, but yeah. Unfortunately, she did not feel like cooperating, so we're going to have to do this while being chased by a large sea creature. Not ideal, but it is what it is. so we have 2 buoys left. The sound of monsters on our heels. That's always a little bit of extra excitement. All right. Plus the rads. I forgot to take a rad X while in the water. So yeah, there's that. This is probably not the optimal solution. But here we are. Okay, there's a chain of Mirelurks. So if I can just get back to the finish line before I die, which I should be able to do, we will have completed the test. All right, and I ducked in the building. You can see I have a sliver of health left, but I did survive. I completed the test. All right, to finish off the swimmer badge, you have to take 3 pictures at rides, various rides at Wavy Willards, which is right here on the map. It's the big alligator, or I guess it's a crocodile. There is Wavy Willards. All right, the first picture we need is Crocolochus Mountain, and you have to get the sign in the picture for it to actually show up, and it says Crocolochus Mountain up in the right-hand corner. So that's how we know we got the picture. The next one is the Slither Slide. There we go, Slither Slide. And the last picture we need is this sign right here, Wavy Waves. And there we go, that's our third and final badge that we need. All right, so that leaves us with 2 daily quests to do, and then we are done. So the first one is called Operation Tidy, and you get it right here, Kitty Corner Cabins. You talk to this scout leader, and he will give you the quest. Now, Operation Tidy will have you clean up toxic mutagenic waste, which will be, there are several locations it can spawn. All of them are in the Toxic Valley. Ours is right here in Grafton. And you just have to follow the quest markers. It points you right at the stuff you need to get. And typically you can get this done with very little fuss. And it looks like just big yellow blob right there. You take it and you will get rads. So be prepared for that. And there'll be just 5 spots for it. All right, now there will be super mutants and floaters and whatever. And you also get the old random event whenever you come to Grafton. So that was the third one, and we have 2 more that are kind of around on the other side of the school over there. All right, so after an encounter with some raiders and some frogs, we got the last 2 bits of toxic mutagenic waste right here. And then we just go back to Kitty Corner Cabins. And from the fast travel spot, it's just around the other side of this first building that you see. In this barrel right here, we do that, and we're done. And that will only leave one more thing to do, one more daily quest, and that is Stings and Things. Okay, now for Stings and Things, it will give you quest markers of where to get these things, but you don't have to get them there. I mean, this is all high-level areas, so depending on the level of the character, plus you can't always fast travel to, like up there, you can't fast travel to that spot. So I'm going to show you other places that I typically use. They're in lower level areas than that, and they will typically always be there. Okay, the first thing we're going to go after are the bloatfly gland and the bloodbug proboscis. We should be able to get that at the same location. I am at Aaronholt Homestead. There's all the buildings there. And down in these fields, you will find bloodbugs and bloatflies. So we should be able to get what we need unless we get really unlucky. All right, there is a bloatfly. And let's see here if we got our gland right out of the gate. That's good. That can be the hardest thing to get, actually. All right, and there is our blood bug for our blood bug proboscis. So we've got 2 out of the 5 things that we need with the first stop. All right, so for the tick blood sac, we want to come right here to Gilman Lumber Mill, which is right below Vault 76. And there are ticks all over the place here. I can hear one now. There we go. And there's our blood sac. All right, so we need radroach meat next. And we are back at Lambview Lighthouse. Now, there are a couple of radroaches. There's one up in the tower up there. But there's also one just in the house up on the 2nd floor, which is a little closer and easier. He'll just be chilling. He'll drop down as soon as you walk in. Kill him, take the meat, and you're good. And that just leaves one more thing. All right, for the Stingwing Barb, my go-to place is Kate's Grindhouse, or Bleeding Kate's Grindhouse, rather. We are down near close to Riverside Manor, where the Mistress of Mystery quest goes. And inside here is nothing but Stingwings. There's one right there. Hopefully we can get in and out without fighting a bunch, but there is our Barb. Oh, there's another one. Now I'm seeing, so now I have to fight. So all we have left to do is to turn in all of our bug parts to our scout leader in here. And that'll complete this part of the quest.
It seems you've actually taken your duties as a pioneer scout seriously. You are hereby promoted to the rank of possum.
There we
Don't
go.
let it go to your head.
And there we are. There's the payoff for all of our hard work. Our Tadpole backpack, which now holds double what the small backpack holds. And also, you can craft it. So it gives you a backpack, but you also learn the recipe at the same time. So you can actually go ahead and craft one as you level up. This character is not level 50. So obviously, I'd want to craft another one once I hit max level. And as you can see, that whole process was fairly straightforward, and it wasn't all that difficult. Hopefully you found this interesting and informative, entertaining. If you did, please hit one of the buttons down below, and I hope you join me in the next one. Thank you very much.